Hey guys, good morning from the GC. Tommy G here, middle-aged millennial, and we are going to be doing a session today with Ann Western Murphy, our resident foodologist, if you will, about stuff that ain't good for you. So we've gone through her drawers and seeing what she does to keep her drawers nice and healthy, clean, whatever. And you know, sometimes you can have some stuff that's toxic in your drawers. Not a good place to be. So we want to see what we can do to make sure that firstly, people are a bit more aware on what's not cool to be sticking in here, so to speak, eating, and so on. So we've got a bit of a laugh there from Anne, who's going to be joining us right now. So, you know, some things do come to mind straight away on what's not good for you to be putting in your mouth and then swallowing. Conjures up many thoughts, but let's keep it clean. This is a G-rated show most of the time. So, you know, I look at my past and what I used to eat. And I used to eat whatever was kind of like thrown in front of me, and if it looked like it was going to be fun to eat, oh, I was there. And you know, hence you start putting on weight. And you kind of trust the regulators that it's going to be kept clean and is all within our interest. That doesn't always happen. Not only that, here's the big one. As you go the next step, one man's food is another man's or woman's poison. So even though it's a beautiful mango, it may be great for the person next to me and not at all that good for me. And that comes down to epigenetics at the end of the day. So, we won't be talking too much, but we will refer to epigenetics in the session. I'm going to bring Anne into as she enters the studio.
Hey. Hold on, this is like way too loud. There we go.
It is crazy
It was
loud.
way too loud. I was like, whoa,
yeah.
He just blasted my ears out.
I've been called worse. Oh, there we go. So, how you doing? How's your week been?
Oh, yeah, such as? Good.
Oh.
Good. Hey, Bernie, how are you?
All right. So,
yeah.
We are going to be talking about stuff that ain't good for you today, right? So,
good to see you here, Bernie.
Hey, Bernie, how you doing? So I kind of use the metaphor quite often, especially for my execs that I coach, that, you know, they're in their Formula One race car, and, you know, one thing that it seems to be okay to do, well, in a Formula One race car, they're very careful about how much and what type of fuel they're sticking in the engine. Now, last time I checked, my fuel intake primarily was through this thing here, and guilty has been charged many times of putting crap in there that's not going to serve me on purpose, but maybe fun in the beginning. And a lot of people, even when you know it's still a little bit of work, but a lot of people don't even know what is right to be putting in there. And that's before we even look at epigenetics and going very one size fits one, right?
Right.
So I'm going to throw it over to you. What is it? We looked in your drawers now, pretty damn clean.
Yeah, pretty much.
And,
that doesn't mean that I don't. So, that doesn't mean that I don't, you know, at times eat stuff. Like tomorrow's my birthday. Tomorrow's my birthday, and my daughter's making me a cake, and you know I'm gonna fucking eat the cake and the ice cream.
Yay! But not every day, right?
No, until it's gone.
It's gone. Okay, let's make it last for the month. So yeah, look.
You know,
And look, it's great to have that you've got to have the cheat day, right?
well, and I don't even call it
Right,
cheat
human.
days because I eat something sweet every day. There's nothing
Right,
wrong with
right.
that. If you're in general putting things that nourish and feed your body. What the fuck's a cheat day, really?
Right.
If you're eating and there's nothing wrong. Like, today my daughter had made, now granted, they're whole grain. It uses maple syrup, so it's got, minerals and stuff. She made these cookies that I used to do in a cooking class, in a healthy cookie. I would do it around Christmas time. And I had one today.
Uh-huh.
I'll have one. Well,
Okay.
I won't have one tomorrow because I'm having cake.
Right. Yeah.
But
Okay.
see, here's the thing. Okay, processed sugar is not good. Yeah, I was trying to, because I got a million things I could say here.
Yeah, I know.
I'm like, okay, where am I going to go? So,
Where do I start? Which angle do I come in at? Right. Okay.
yeah. So,
Right.
yeah. Okay, processed sugar is not good. Okay. But the
What is
reality,
processed sugar?
well,
There's
processed sugar,
raw
okay, so
brown.
processed
There's
sugar is,
stevia.
well, stevia is actually, it's not sugar, it's a natural sweetener. Um,
Right.
it doesn't cause an insulin spike. It has no, it's just sweet. And
Right.
it's,
There's no nutrient benefits.
well, if you have it, I used to get it in a green, just a powdered leaf. And then it's got nutritional aspects as well.
Right.
It's hard to get it that way anymore. It was illegal in the United States for years because it was because of the plant that it is. Yeah, it's asinine. It's such bullshit. But it's not illegal here, but it's harder to get it in the powdered leaf form unless you grow it yourself, which I know a couple people that do grow it. But so what is processed sugar? Processed sugar is, okay. Have you ever seen sugar cane? Sugar cane.
Yeah. It's like bamboo.
Yeah, it's a chunk of branch, It's a
Right.
piece of
Yeah.
like a branch, a stalk.
Right.
And it's got fiber, and it's got obviously a sweetness. It's got, minerals, vitamins. It's a whole food. And when you eat it in its whole form, which if you get evaporated cane, then it's the whole food. So you get the sweetness, but you get the minerals, you get the fiber. So it's a slower burn. It's a slower metabolic process. Okay. But if you have white sugar, or if you have simple carbohydrates, and I just keep it simple with simple carbohydrates, is if it's been processed and it's like your noodles and your bread, it's kind of whitish looking.
White. Yeah.
It's highly processed. Okay, so that has, again, no nutrients. It has no fiber. So what happens is it causes a big spike. It's like and then a crash. Okay.
Right.
And that right there, first of all, it's highly addictive because it makes you want more. And, it's really, really damaging to the body. It causes inflammation, and inflammation is that's the beginning of everything that takes your health downwards,
Right.
So, if you're gonna go for, and we need sweet, okay? Mother's milk is sweet, okay?
Our brain needs sugar.
Yeah, we need sugar. Yeah, we need fats.
Yep.
To think and for energy, but our brains actually need glucose before they need fat in order to function, in order to operate, in order to bring us the ability to think and remember and everything. So, hey, Pete, how are you?
Hey, Pete. Pete, some
so
subject here that you'll be able to throw some input into.
yeah,
So,
join us.
Right?
I wish we
Yeah.
could get 3 people in here.
I know. Damn, I've been thinking it'd be great to have a panel from time to time. But,
I know.
That's a Zoom webinar.
I know.
I'll have that coming up at some stage. We'll get a webinar with a panel on there.
Yeah, we could do it on Zoom for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. So so here's the
Ketones,
thing with
right.
sugar.
Yep.
It's become it's literally in. Hey Matt.
Hey,
so it's literally in everything these days. And the problem is it's it's highly processed.
It's
not
cells.
it's not sugar cane. And here's the other problem with it though. Yeah, do we need sweet? Yeah, but get it from your fruits and vegetables. Because then you're getting a lot more nutrients, you're getting a lot more fiber.
It's attached to the fiber, which then makes it a lower GI.
Feeding the brain. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because and it affects the whole, in a positive way, the whole, the GI tract and all that. Plus, the other thing is you got to realize cancer cells have up to 44% more sugar receptors than a healthy cell.
Right, they love sugar.
Okay, that has been known since I think it was the early 1920s. You know what? I have that in my. I think it was like.
Right.
Because I do a whole workshop on sugar. I think it was like 19. Since 1923, it's been known that tumor cells use more glucose than a normal cell.
Yeah.
And so a couple years ago, I did a workshop with a woman in 2 cancer centers.
Right.
Okay? And I had been told about this by a woman I know who had breast cancer. She said there are bowls of candy all over the treatment center.
And what is with that, man?
So I walked in and we had to go through the reception area. There were 7 different stations for people to go and I guess check in, There was a candy bowl on each. Then when we went back to the room where we were doing the workshop, you could see the treatment rooms and there were candy bowls. So they're shooting these people up with toxins and things that kill their immune system, and they're feeding the cancer cells with the sugar. Okay?
Hippocrates would be disgusted with the hypocrisy.
I you know what? The woman that I was doing the workshop with, because I was literally biting my tongue, and she was like, "You can't say anything, just." I couldn't help it when it was my turn to do my part of the presentation. I said, I see there's all kinds of candy bowls around here. Well, here's the problem with that. The sugar is feeding cancer cells, And a couple people were like,
eradicate them.
A couple people were like, oh,
Oops.
But
judged.
I was just like, I can't not say something, what the fuck?
Which part of this don't you guys understand?
Yeah.
We're trying to clean it up in here while we're also promoting it. It's like
So to me, I've had people, well, I don't eat fruit. I never eat fruit, and I'm like, why? Why?
Yeah.
If you're our brains need it. That's the way to be getting it. Was it yesterday or the day before? I don't remember.
On something on labels.
Family member.
Recently.
Yeah, it was on labels. Yeah. A family member brought home this little yogurt. It's 5 ounces. Okay. And my first thing was, okay, it has the non-GMO project verified label. Okay. That label is fucking bullshit. Okay. It's a false sense of security because all it means is there's no genetically modified ingredients in there. The problem is, first of all, the cows probably were given antibiotics, and that is passed through the milk, okay? But the other part of that is that the Anne just texted me. I just got this notification.
All right.
Anne's texting me.
So we can't see it.
Non-GMO Project Verified, they're some of the heavily sprayed products out there, because here's what happens. Just because something doesn't have GMOs does not mean it is not sprayed. Glyphosate is sprayed on almost all crops because it's a desiccant. It dries the shit out so that the farmers can process it quicker.
So it's non-GMO, but it's been hit with insecticide.
It's non-GMO, but yeah, like they have very high. There's so many reports.
Probably the same company. Probably from the same company, Monsanto.
So the reality is, like, you know, so that's a false sense of security, you know, because it's highly sprayed. Here's the other thing. So the one I did yesterday had 21 grams of sugar in it. 21 grams, okay? That is 5.1 teaspoons of sugar.
Yeah.
In this little 5-ounce container.
Right.
Okay, so what does that do?
Yeah.
Okay, that literally, it sets you up for the rest of the day to be, you know, to be tired, to be burned out, to be, and you know, and then
get insulin sensitive over time.
Yeah, the insulin, and that's a stress response. You get so much insulin, you know. So, what's Matt saying here?
Which fruits are real and which ones are not? Like what berries?
Yeah,
I mean, you at least go for the organic label.
Yeah, and in our country, and he's got a good point there. Like when I was in France, you know, like the fruits are smaller. I grew up. Our house had apple trees. I hate apple trees because you know what? You got to pick up all the apples before you cut the grass, and then there's bees that sting you.
You've been emotionally scarred.
Oh my God, that was like.
I hate apples. Why? Back in my childhood days.
And we didn't do anything to them. We would just, and it was cool because we would make a gazillion gallons of applesauce in the fall. But, you know, the apples were like small. You know, so what Matt was saying is true. And a lot of times, you know, hybridization, which I mean, that's something that can occur naturally in nature, but. Yeah, like, you know, what have they tampered with? But in this country, the main thing to look for is organic. And, you know, I mean, and organic, and we kind of touched that. And I know you and Pete talked about it, that in and of itself, you know, there are some problems there. But I think it's the best guarantee for the cleanest unless you're growing it yourself.
It's a step, unless you really know what's happened from farm to table kind of thing. I mean, obviously the definition differs per country, and then I don't think it precludes organic insecticides.
No,
but it's a step better. It's another filter. I mean, if you've got something that's organic and it's non-dairy, non-gluten, non-GMO, then you'd want to think it's a better choice than the label that's not, at least.
Right.
You know, as people try to, you know, I mean, the first step is for people to just eat more fruit and veg.
Yeah.
Right? And then the next step is to clean it up.
Right.
Go organic.
Right.
And then the next step is actually which fruits and veggies are the best for me, which is more the epigenetic stuff. Where I go the good to great side, you know?
Exactly. And that's where, you know, and that's where learning to listen to your body. So the code number starts with a 9 when it's organic. Exactly. And like Matt was saying, here in the States, the UPC code, it starts with a 9. The number's a 9. That means organic. But like Matt was saying, like
deal.
a lot of things.
That's a regulated thing.
Yeah.
I'm guessing.
So like he was saying here, I'm trying to see because I know Pete.
So much more seeds. Oh yeah, and less meat.
I know Pete. I'm trying to find.
Like they are on steroids.
They do. I'm trying to look. My comments disappeared.
They look beautiful.
I was reading Matt's and it disappeared. It's not there. And I
Right.
know Pete had commented on stuff, but I don't know what he.
Yeah, the
I
ketones.
can't
He's
find.
talking about ketones being
Oh,
better for
okay.
and for brain fuel. I'm about to do the Prolon third one next week. I'm doing the just
Are
on the
you?
side. The FMD next week. The kit just
Yeah.
rolled up for servicing my car, my engine. Once
Yeah,
every quarter. I'm doing a 5-day FMD with
yeah.
Prolon.
I'm getting ready to do my thing after my birthday.
Oh yeah, of course.
My birthday tomorrow.
Right? Yeah. Cool.
Actually, I'm going to New York City with a friend of mine. So when I get back from New
sweet.
York City, I'm going for the weekend. But yeah, so
sugar, because just as we're going yesterday from what people are saying about sugar and also from a heart health point of view, let alone the cancers that feed off it. From a heart health point of view, the number one killer on the planet, especially there in the US, right? Sugar is a big
sugar is huge.
That's
for looking at heart disease. Yeah, for sugar, I mean, sugar is the start of every downfall, really.
Too much sugar. The refined sugar.
Too much
I don't
sugar.
want people to think no sugar and sugar's allowed.
The refined sugar.
We're
the refined sugar. When I say sugar, I mean, added sugars,
the white
refined
stuff.
sugar, processed sugar, the white stuff. I'm not talking about, like your raw honey, raw local honey, your
raw
fruits
sugar?
And your vegetables.
What about raw sugar, Anne?
Raw, well, if it's not, so do you ever see that it's called sugar in the raw? That is not actually, that's not sugar. It's not raw sugar. I don't know how they can even say that. It's been processed, and then they add a little molasses back, because molasses comes out on the first or second part of the processing. So what they do is they add a little bit of molasses back in to give it that color. What you want to look for is evaporated cane.
Now it's healthy. Evaporated cane.
Yeah, evaporated cane. I know Rapunzel brand has an evaporated cane, and there's another one that I've used.
Why is that good?
Because it's the sugar cane dehydrated and then ground up.
Right.
So it's got all the minerals and the vitamins and all the fiber. So, if you're using sugar, that's what you want to.
Right.
That's what you want to be going for.
What about brown sugar?
I have.
The one that's clumped together and kind of moist and tastes great.
Yeah, but it's
another molasses one. I'm thinking
molasses. I like to use.
I'm wondering
molasses.
if that's also molasses.
Yeah.
In brown, like the
brown sugar.
The brown sugar one. Yeah.
Yeah, that has the molasses. I mean, it's.
So once again, it's not healthier for you.
I mean, it's you're still spike, crash, spike,
too
crash.
much. So when it's been reduced down to the real element that people get addicted to, and it's so concentrated too, let alone processed and all the other toxins that probably come with that, it's spiking you.
Yeah.
We want to get this glycemic variability to be nice and even.
Slower
Otherwise,
burn.
we're heading to
slower burn.
Like fructose.
And that's so
fructose in a fruit is okay.
Yeah, because it's got the fiber, it's got the
slower
vitamins
release.
and the minerals. Yeah. So it's a slower release, and it's giving too. It's bringing something in, the vitamins and minerals. Whereas when it's processed sugar or refined flours and stuff, in your pastas and all, so it's not only it's causing a spike, but then it can cause demineralization. It can actually leach some vitamins and minerals because
from you.
The body, because the body wants something to process.
God. I heard flour was even worse than sugar.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Flour is not good.
It comes from wheat. They think, okay, it's flour.
Yeah,
Maybe
flour's
white
not
flour's
good.
not great, but it's worse than sugar.
Because what they've done, so when you have, say that you have that kernel of wheat, there's an outer shell, that's got the fiber, it's got your amino acids, it's got your vitamins and minerals.
Yeah.
But it's also very volatile. It's not stable. It's gonna go bad because food's supposed to go bad. But if you take that part off and then you have just that starchy, sugary part, guess what? That's more stable. And then they add, chemical whatevers to it that are supposed to replace what they took off, which you can never really do that.
Yeah.
So the body doesn't know what to do with it, Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some notes here.
I think Pete's talking about what Matt was saying, because they do that selective breeding. It's like hybridization with the fruits, like that Matt was talking about. So they groom the fruits and vegetables to look better and have like the desired.
They're all on the catwalk in the grocery store. They're looking beautiful.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, look at that's perfect. And then you see this one that's kind of got some scars on it and whatever else. Which is
here in the States, they throw out, I don't even know how many like millions or billions of tons of fruits and vegetables because they're not pretty.
Right.
And that so I've told you before, my girlfriend, a friend of mine is a organic farmer. She's got an organic farm and she has boxes of the ugly vegetables. And there's been times where I've gone in there and just like, I'll take this one. I'll take these because I don't care what they look like. They still taste good,
Yeah.
Makes no sense. It's asinine. Because
it's almost like the one that looks ugly that's got a bit of,
to me, a lot of times,
a lot of times
they taste good. A lot of times they taste really good because they just do, But what Matt was talking about, the selective, yeah. Pete's saying, it's so.
Then it was sort of, go on, sorry.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Pete was saying yesterday, I mean, we spoke about grains, and this is where people now are starting to become more familiar with, they think, oh, whole grain, then that's fine. Yet, I mean, when I buy bread now, I'm at the organic store, Flannery's they call it here, and there's a number of shops called Flannery's, which is the organic chain. And I'll go and check the breads, and I'll go for the no-grain bread.
Sprouted. I go for if I get bread, I don't really eat bread.
I don't during the week. When my kids up,
I'll get sprouted. I get sprouted.
Right.
Bread.
Sourdough?
It's sprouted grains. They have a sourdough one. Yeah. It's called
sourdough any good?
Yeah, if it's done right, if it's been fermented and not and the slow process, the way it's supposed to, not a lot of times companies speed it up. Like they do the ferment like, overnight or, we did it this morning. Whereas it should be like, 2, 3 days, 4 days in the whole process, the old way of making bread.
Right. But isn't that grains though too?
Yeah, but when they're sprouted, then it's a whole food and it's got the enzymes and the phytic acid has been neutralized.
Right.
And I've not found a grain-free one that I like. So if I do eat bread, that's typically what I use is the sprouted ones.
Right.
Now, this time of year, as it's getting warmer here, I will get out my dehydrator. I don't dehydrate that much in the winter. I don't know why. I just don't.
Right. Okay.
But I can start making raw breads. I do a raw onion bread that's really good. And it's soaked in flax. I don't even remember. I have to look at it. But I put like onions in there. I take my mandolin and slice the onions down real thin. And...
Right. Oh, nice.
Oh, it's so good.
So, sorry, just getting back to sourdough then. When people see that in the shop, is there anything they should be looking for with sourdough? Because sourdough's white as well, right? And my guys, I told them to take all white carbs are out. Does that mean that white sourdough's in or out?
Well, I think if it's organic and you'd find out, like, has it been fermented and done right, because there's always, people are always trying to take the quicker route, companies,
Well, money.
Yeah, exactly. Profits over everything.
Yeah.
So
who cares? You're going to die in 5 years.
Yeah.
Your choice.
Yeah.
Here, buy this. It's $10.
Exactly.
Okay. And look, everybody to their choice, but I think people should be made fully aware of what they're actually getting. And obviously that's been controversial over the years.
Yeah. That's why I'm going to start talking about labels more. I had a lot of comments.
Right.
I had a couple people message me, I had no idea about the labels. So
give us some of the upshot on the labels. I don't want you to have to do the same FB Live again, but just give us the upshot on labels so people will kind of have the cliff notes.
Yeah, well, I just talked about the non-GMO Project Verified.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Moving along.
Yeah, I'll get into that because there's a lot. Here's a tip.
All right.
Natural means nothing. Okay, it's bullshit.
Oh God, natural.
It means nothing. Okay, a lot of times people say, "Oh, but it says all natural." It means nothing. There are no fucking guidelines for all natural. You know what the guideline is? It had to have one of the ingredients came from something that was natural at one time. Doesn't matter how far down it's been processed.
What does natural mean?
There's no guidelines. It means nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Means a lot
to me, it means stay away.
Yeah. Straight away it rings the alarm bells in my head. Natural.
Yeah.
Oh, there's something fake here.
Yeah. Well, just like natural flavorings. People are like, oh, well, it's natural flavorings. There's 165 chemicals that can be listed as natural flavorings.
Yeah. Let alone the other, 85,000 that exist on the planet today.
Yeah.
I think 75,000 since World War II.
Yeah, there's 86,000. Yep.
Okay, so what other poisons then are we talking about? Let's broaden it out a little at home. Where else is the poison coming from, or the big ones, the low-hanging fruit, so to speak?
Do you mean food-wise or in general?
Broaden it out now. You're living at home, and God, it could be anything from, I don't know.
Okay.
The air you're breathing.
What are you cooking in? Is it Teflon? Is it Teflon?
On the
if
induction
it's Teflon
stove.
or non-stick, you're poisoning yourself.
Awesome.
That stuff.
Cool.
Oh my God, throw that shit out. The only thing you should be cooking in.
There's one of 85,000. Okay.
The only things you should be cooking in are cleaning products. We can talk about that. But wait, pots, stainless steel or cast iron. Stainless steel or cast iron. The only things you should be cooking in. Okay.
But induction?
Huh?
You're saying it's still on induction? On induction stoves?
Well, I'm talking about the pots that you're using.
Yeah, no, I'm just wondering whether stainless steel works on induction. Anyway.
I don't know.
Whatever.
I don't know.
Who knows? Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah. So cleaning products. Yeah, cleaning products.
But foil. Foil? Aluminium foil?
Oh, aluminum foil? No. Okay. First of all, aluminum. It's toxic. Yeah,
to the brain.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Same as aluminum that you have in the deodorants.
Yeah, in the deodorant. Like Pete says, check the stainless steel. It needs to be a high quality grade. There are certain stainless steels that you don't want to be cooking.
Right.
What are you looking at?
Okay. Oh, sorry. I've got a little leg on here. I've got it mounted on the wall, and it's in the way of the comments. Driving me crazy. All right. I've got some new gear coming.
Where's he
from
going?
Wish.com. I went crazy buying a whole lot of stuff for my camera equipment. The studio is going to get decked out. Yeah.
There you go.
So anyway.
But so like Pete was saying, and it needs to be a high quality stainless steel.
Right.
Yeah. So you're cleaning products.
What does that mean, Pete? people that want to choose a high quality, high grade, is it like a number or something?
Okay, Genevieve says that stainless works on induction ovens. Okay, cool.
Oh, hey, Jenny.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
So yeah.
Did not know the answer to that.
Jenny came and listened to a seminar that I ran on personal health.
Cool.
All right, okay. I'll go. Cool. Thank you.
You know, so your cleaning products, so a lot of cleaning products have, and you know what, like we should actually do a live on some specifics of this, because I can go into my materials from all of my classes and really pull stuff out, you know. Oh, Keith says one way to do a quick check is to use a magnet.
Use a magnet.
Oh.
But for stainless steel as well? I've forgotten.
I didn't know that. Yeah, tell us more about that, Pete.
Yeah. Cool.
You know, so cleaning products, first of all, a lot of them are like a petroleum base. So it's, you know, byproduct of gasoline and you know, oil, highly toxic. And then there's chemicals. It's all chemicals. And a lot of the chemicals actually, you know, you think, oh, I'm washing my tub and I'm going to put my baby in the tub, and people don't realize that that tub is going to be leaching those chemicals for days after you've cleaned with it. You know,
after you've immunized your baby as well.
Yeah.
Some other poison.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, we got to put those poisons. We got to put those poisons in there, and the aluminum and the, yeah.
Look, and all these things are going to affect people differently, right? And we touched on this yesterday with Peter. That's genetically as well what you're predisposed to.
Yeah, exactly. What you're predisposed to, and you know, and so with epigenetics, so genetics are only 10%. 90% is, you know, what you're doing and how that affects your body. You know, what you've done that turns what genes on or off or whatever. And that's individualized. The other part of that is, you know, like it's cumulative. So say you have a parent who has, you know, genes that have been affected, and then they have a baby. That baby has, like, their genes are now altered, you know, so it's kind of a downward spiral. He's on iPhone and cardboard post. Okay, awesome. Yeah, please do, Pete, because I want to hear about that. So, you know, it's really something that needs to be taken serious and isn't, you know. You know, to me, cleaning products, he's going through the mountains, he's going to lose us soon. Pete, I definitely, when you come to Montreal, I want to come up, because I would love
I think we're going to have a Pete party.
Yeah, I would love.
We're going to take Pete out on the town, aren't we?
Yeah, I would love to actually have him do some work on me. I watched him what he was doing with you and Ann. I was like, yeah, I think he can help me.
A lot of people.
Yeah, I'm sure. Okay. So yeah, but with the, you know, cleaning products, that's a huge one. You want to look for as natural as you can be. Make your own. You know, baking soda, white vinegar, essential oils, things like that. You can do just about anything.
Are there any websites
with that?
There are
DIY websites. Not that I know off the top of my head, because I didn't know we were going to be talking about this. But
of course, as it usually happens. DIY. So you just do a search on DIY cleaning products.
Yeah, natural.
Right.
And
your
personal care products.
Right. Personal.
You know, most of them are toxic.
Right.
And
I think Pete makes his own soap and stuff, I think, at home too.
All
that. So these washing products, shampoos and all this, you got to be careful of too, right?
Yep. And body lotions and makeup and
YouTube videos, better way to do it. How-tos. Get all the how-tos on YouTube.
That's
So, all right, what about water?
Oh.
How do we get, I mean,
I have
there's
a
a
whole,
shitload
so
of
I have
stuff
a
in there,
whole,
let alone
I have a whole
glyphosate, probably, and everything else is
module.
leached in.
Toothpaste. Yeah, that's another one. Toothpaste is so
Bad.
toxic. Do you ever see? It says if like
Oh, he
you
makes his own.
swallow more than a certain size, then you call the poison control center. Um, I use
Yeah.
so I have a friend, Mother Heidels, who she's got an Etsy shop. You can order from her, but
Right.
she makes toothpaste, so I use hers, and it's herbs. It's a powder. It's a tooth powder. I use that. I use activated charcoal.
Yeah, see, charcoal's becoming a thing now.
Oh yeah, I've been using that for a long time. I
Oh, yeah?
alternate, and I use Ruthie's, Mother Heidel's. There's Earth. Was it Earth paste? I use again. That's all. It's all this herbs and stuff. There's another one I use, and I can't think of the name. I can actually. No,
Is it fluoride that's the problem?
no
I know.
fluoride. Yeah, you don't want fluoride. No fluoride.
God,
No
I've only been having it
fluoride.
my whole freaking life.
Oh. And Pete uses charcoal too. Yeah. Yeah, that is really effective, and I actually really like it.
I've never used it. My God, it's like black stuff on your white teeth. I'm going, it's like.
It actually whitens. It whitens though. It whitens your teeth.
Does it?
Yeah.
I saw some at Flannery's. I thought, my God, really?
Yeah. Yeah, get it and try it.
All
and
right.
then what you do afterwards, I use my tongue scraper.
Oh, yeah. For, wow.
Yeah. So after I floss.
Some toothbrushes have the
floss,
brush on
and
the
then
back
I brush,
for
but
your
you want
tongue.
the tongue scraper. The toothbrush, it's not as, you want the tongue scraper. And then brush again. Wait a minute. It disappeared with the charcoal. Okay.
Right. How many times a day? You're still doing it 3 times, 2, 1? And when?
I do it twice a day. I do it in the morning and at night, although sometimes midday. Sometimes I just feel like, you know what? I just need to brush my teeth.
Right, fairy. Yeah.
Yeah, I actually have it. So not commercial mouthwash, not like your ones that are on the like the advertised and stuff. The mouthwash that I use are it's basically herbs.
Right.
It's herbs. Yeah. And I also do oil pulling.
Oil pulling. Oh, Pete does it 3 times a day. All right. Oil pulling?
He does it 3. Yeah. So
What's
you can use coconut oil, sesame oil. I actually it's a fractionated coconut oil, and it's got cloves in it, and reduces. Okay.
Wow, what's that? Reduces cardiovascular disease, rash.
Yeah.
Dramatically.
Because it helps clean the gums and the impurities. It helps pull the impurities out of the gums and the teeth. So you put it in your mouth and So you're supposed to do it for 20 minutes. I can't get past like 4 or 5.
Oh God, that's the mouthwash or that's the brushing?
That's the oil pulling.
I'm wondering. Oil pulling. Right. Yeah. Pete, you might want to clarify as well. Okay.
Yeah.
So, all right. So we've done washing, and there's so many things we do every day, and we just don't realize what we are consuming. I talk to people about consume, and they'll think that it's food in the mouth, which is a big part.
Right.
But so many other things about consuming air, water, EMF.
Mm-hmm. So he does the oil pulling 2 times a week. Yeah, I don't do it every day.
Oh my God,
I do it. Yeah, I do it a few times a week.
Okay.
Sometimes only once a week. But yeah, it's really got a lot of benefits to it.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. What else?
What about well, EMF's another one. Right? So
Yeah.
And we're about to get 5G towers soon.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Pump some more into the atmosphere.
Yeah.
That one's going to be scary because
And when
the
you say
reports aren't out yet. Go on.
Well, even with what we already have, you say something and people look at you like you have 10 eyes and you're, batshit crazy.
Right. Professional
clean, yeah, for your teeth,
yeah, at the
yeah.
dentist. Right.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
That reminds me, I think I'm due.
Yeah, I am too.
All right. Yeah. So let's talk about so there's air, water. Oh, air.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
mold.
air.
It can be floating around.
Yeah.
Whatever else
And
in the air,
and
depending
the
on
other
where you
thing.
live.
Well, and so a lot of the stuff that's out there's not a whole lot you can do, but you can do stuff around your house. Like first of all,
You're okay. You're in the woods.
Yeah. But
and I'm over here.
But I know you're. But here's the thing: people don't realize the air inside your house can be more toxic than the air outside, because people tend to not open their windows anymore. I open even when it's in the winter. When we get like a warmer day, I'll turn the heat down and I'll go around and I open. My kids were little; they'd be like, "Mom, I'm freezing." I open all the windows up on a windy day and just let it blow for a couple minutes, and then I close it up. Yeah, the air purified filters.
I think there's one called molecule.
Yeah, there's all different ones, and I think it depends. Like what do you have in your house? So not far from the power plant. Yeah, that's true, Jill. That's true. So I have a nuclear power plant about, I don't know, probably 10 miles from me. Yeah. But I am upwind of it. I'm not downwind. The prevailing winds go this way.
Right.
And there's a pretty big hill, but
is it nuclear?
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
It's nuclear.
Limerick power plant. Yep. It's a nuclear power plant.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. But so back to like in your house, so the cleaning products you use, are you burning candles? And if so, like what crap are they? Yeah, exactly. Thank goodness I'm upwind of it. Are you burning candles that are chemical laden? Some candles are really, really toxic. Do you have nuclear is cleaner than most of the modern?
Than most of modern nuclear. Nuclear is cleaner than most of the modern nuclear?
Yeah.
You mean the old nuclear?
The old
it's cleaner than most of the modern nuclear?
Yeah, but what about they have the the rods.
All the
they
waste?
have the rod pools.
The rods, they've got to go and bury somewhere? Yeah.
Well, they have them in pools there, and it's not cool. But you have your, so the cleaning products you're using, you're burning candles, using air fresheners. They're all highly, highly, highly toxic. The new nuclear, well, this is an old one, Pete,
right,
like very old, like probably
this
is a really old nuclear plant.
Okay.
Yeah, they have a lot of
many people
issues.
have been affected by cancers.
People living by them.
Oh God, here we go.
Yep.
Okay.
So the other thing you want to look at, there's also, do you have new rugs, paint, your furniture, and is it fire retardant? If it's fire retardant, it's very, very toxic. There's a lot of things to look at when you're looking at in the house.
Well,
so in the new plants, they recycle the rods.
A lot of asbestos.
Oh yeah, asbestos here. Oh yeah, asbestos.
Lost the case on. I think they sued the government, whatever else.
Oh, asbestos.
A lot of business had to pay for all that.
Asbestos here was huge too.
Yeah, right. Man.
Yeah. See here, Pete, we have it. It's not good. We have the rods, the spent fuel rods, and they have them in these like ponds like in the ground, and it's not cool, it's not safe, it's not cool. Good, it's not healthy.
Yeah, changing filters. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah. So, yep, that's a good point too, Jill.
So I mean, there's a lot more stuff we can talk about here. Like,
we could talk
I got a
about
hard landing.
if we plan this,
Yeah.
okay, I can pull out real data. Because I don't, like, I can't remember all of this stuff in my head. I can go into my courses
and I get it.
Pull the stuff out.
Yeah.
I can't remember it all. I don't want to remember it all.
Yeah, it's scary. It's depressing.
I
think just as an overview of what people need to look at first and become aware of, I think to begin with, I mean, for the case for it, and sure, we can go dragging up the data. I mean, happy for us to look at that for next week, and maybe we look at the top 10. I mean, even, you've also got the dirty dozen, right?
Yeah.
And,
what's the 1080 poison? Pete, tell us what the 1080 poison is. I don't know what that is.
Yeah. But, 85,000 chemicals. There's a lot of stuff out there. And I think
actually
some of the things I've learned,
86,000.
There we go.
I can bring all that information up too.
From a detox point of view, I'm hearing a lot about liposomal glutathione.
Glutathione,
Liposomal being maximum absorption or assimilation. And then saunas. I do a sauna like 4 or 5 times a week.
Pest control. So it's a pest control that they use in New Zealand. Yeah, well but we have, they come and everybody around here, they come and they spray their houses for pests. I'm like, okay, we live in the woods, and then they're spraying their lawns. I'm like, we have wells.
Yeah.
Right.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Liposomal.
And who the fuck said dandelions are a weed? Here's my question. Who the fuck said dandelions are a weed? They spray them. People spray their lawns. I'm like, okay, it's medicine. It's medicine. So some company said it's a weed because they want to make money, and you fucking fell for it.
There we go.
I go out there and I pick
right?
my dandelions. I pick my dandelions and I eat them. I put them in my salads and my smoothies. Stupid people. It's just...
So, look, I mean, it'd be good if we could do a second part of this for next week and having a look at some of the things also to remedy, if you're keen. We can talk about something else next week, but things you can do to reduce it. I mean, ones I've heard like the saunas, or infrared near saunas, the liposomal glutathione, and then there was something else as well.
Yeah. Well, and see, here's the thing. So you want
osmosis or distilled water.
Yeah. So what like the thing is, you want to bind it and then sweat it. You want to neutralize, bind, and then detox it. Neutralize it, bind it, and then sweat it out, or pass it in your waste or whatever. But and there's so much talk about the toxins and we need a detox, but minimizing means there's less of a burden, and then detox is more effective. And our bodies are supposed to be able to detox regularly anyway. And if you're minimizing, then guess what? When your body is able to do its own detox, and then you do it, it's more effective, and you don't have, you don't want to be doing things.
So how about we do
sick
next week, detoxing
or minimizing? Okay, we can do that.
Yeah, minimizing to begin with, obviously, but then if you're in a state and you want to clean up, being affected by a lot of these things, if you can, we could do detox.
Well, and I'm actually gonna be putting out my spring detox.
There we go. Let's do the spring detox.
There we go. Let's do it
next week.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Now you got extra reason to get it done by next week. All right. Well, look, thanks again, Anne. Sorry, I caught you off balance on hitting you with this one, so just wanted everybody else to know it was my fault. We had a short runway.
Hey, we did pretty good for blindsiding me with, hey, this is what we're talking about.
Yeah. Hey, we are. So, but always good. It's always something that somebody's going to learn something new, on here. We hope. So remember that if you have any questions with regards to getting more nutritionally conscious on what you're eating, that lady there, how do they find you? They'll PM and Western
Private
Murphy.
message me. Yep.
PM her.
Send me a message.
Right, anything. And if
Or
you want
post
to
a question below.
post a question below. Also, the Hill.me community, which I've been a bit lackluster in putting content in recently. You can join on the Middle-Aged Millennial page. We also are launching this week, and I'm keeping myself accountable here, the exec.reset community, where we've got a lot of sexy stuff happening right now. We've been running pilots in there, and we're ready to start going larger. So, and do remember to enjoy life right here.
Right now.
Right now. Which day, Anne?
Every day.
Which day?
Today.
Every day, not just today.
Today
and
every day.
Love it. Okay. All right, guys. We'll catch you on the next one. And until then, we'll see you with Maddie Adanasio tomorrow and Anne next week.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Bye, guys.